Now our team coverage turns to local resources available if needed as the search for suspects continue.
Western Mass News reporter Kristen Burnell joins us now live in studio after getting answers on efforts here in the Bay State to help investigators in Maine.
Kristen, Abby, I spoke with a police officer in Eastampton who tells me resources such as K-9 dogs are extremely valuable during searches like this one.
18 people killed and 13 injured in a mass shooting at 2 locations in Maine, sending shockwaves throughout New England. An extensive search for the suspect, Robert Card, involves numerous state, federal, and local resources coming together.
Our teams in Eastampton are nationally certified through the North American Police Work Dog Association. So if we were requested to go to a place like Maine, we would be certified to track or use whatever needs the dog has.
Western Mass News spoke with a K-9 officer in Eastampton following the shootings. He says police dogs are valuable during manhunts like the one underway in Maine.
Canines are a great locating tool in law enforcement. They can be used in conjunction with other tools such as drones or air wings, things of that nature. But their noses are so incredible, they can smell human odor and follow it for pretty extensive distances.
The Bay State is offering full support. Governor Maura Healey ordering flags lowered to half staff statewide to express support and sympathy for the victims. Mass State Police also offering their resources, saying in a statement in part, quote, Massachusetts State Police Colonel John Wan has been in contact with his counterparts from Maine to assess and coordinate capabilities for providing mutual aid to the Maine State Police. Massachusetts State Police assets stand ready for deployment if requested. It goes on to say, thus far, a Massachusetts state trooper assigned to our bomb squad and his K-9 partner have responded to the Lewiston area in his capacity as an ATF task force officer. Meanwhile, Detective Beaulieu tells us they are ready to offer assistance if needed.
When you have a high-profile incident like this, you're probably going to get state and federal resources. But, you know, if we were requested via mutual aid, that tool that we spoke about, that would we would definitely check our availability to do that and try to head and help with whatever we could.
Now, law enforcement is encouraging the public to remain vigilant as the suspect remains on the loose and to report anything suspicious to police. Reporting live in studio, Kristen Burnell, Western Mass News.